Round two of the first Democratic national debate, hosted by NBC News, played out like a political boxing match. The gloves came off and the candidates started swinging. The frontrunner in polling, former Vice President Joe Biden, the main target.
Joe Biden was right when he said it was time to pass the torch to a new generation of Americans 32 years ago. He's still right today.
I'm still holding on to that torch.
I do not believe you are a racist.
Then Senator Kamala Harris attacked him on race, the most heated exchange of both debates.
And it's personal, and I was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing. And, you know, there was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
It's a mischaracterization of my position across the board. I did not praise racist. That is not true.
That we cannot do.
4 of the top 5 polling candidates were on stage Thursday. Government-run healthcare for all is a signature proposal touted by Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, among others, prompting pointed questions about whether higher taxes on the middle class would be needed to cover the costs.
Yes, they will pay more in taxes, but less in health care for what they get.
It was his turn to get punched.
Bernie mentioned that the taxes that we would have to pay, because of those taxes, Vermont rejected Medicare for all.
The bottom line is, if we don't clearly define that we are not socialists, the Republicans are going to come at us every way they can and call us socialists.
This second group of candidates tried hard to outline their own plans for health care, and not all of them support government-funded universal coverage. On immigration, the party seems to be moving to the left.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants.
The idea that he's in court with his Justice Department saying children in cages do not need a bed, do not need a blanket, do not need a toothbrush. That is outrageous.
Vice President,
we should call out hypocrisy when we see it. And for a party that associates itself with Christianity, to say that it is okay to suggest that God would smile on the division of families at the hands of federal agents, that God would condone putting children in cages, has lost all claim to ever use religious language again.
And the candidates didn't hold back, directly targeting President Trump.
Donald Trump has put us in a horrible situation.
He's torn apart the moral fabric of who we are.
President Trump was clearly listening in. When Democrats pledged to cover health care for undocumented immigrants, he took to Twitter saying the race is over. But of course, it's just the beginning. The Democratic presidential hopefuls will meet next month in Detroit for more friendly fire, followed by 8 more debates in the next coming months before the nominee is finally selected. Nitza Soledad Perez, CGTN, Miami.